can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take...
Guys, Masta Styles here, bringing you another episode in the No Money Spent series. And as you can see, Taresh will be returning tomorrow. Since this is a recap episode, I wanted to talk real quick about a question that I got asked in the last video about how did I level my triple S so fast. For the new players, you want to make sure you pick up, they're called gene hybrids. This is where you get them. So every time you do a summon, you get a ticket in return, and you pay 80 tickets to get one gene hybrid, or you can pay 120 to get whatever character that's in the store. So I do suggest you pick up both of them. That is the way that I level up my triple S heroes. I don't use those on elite because that would be a complete waste. Went ahead and got the 60 tickets that I need to summon for Taresh. So I'm ready this time. So now I'm going to take you over to the kestosian triangle. This here is Molten Abyss. This one is tough because when you are at lower levels, you might not have the proper hero for this, which is Rebecca, because Rebecca has the ability to jump back when she's in the front row with 3 other hunters. But I'm going to speed it up here. It's a very long battle. And this actually worked because I have the healer, which is in range of the melee attacks. If you don't, they use the range attack that does a lot of damage. So for me here, you know, Gobo's up front doing some damage, and I have Taylor and Bot Mark. I had to put a little bit of leveling into Bot Mark more than I would have. I also brought Taylor to EX20, which I wasn't planning on. But for this one, I just wanted to start farming some of the set gears that, you know, require 4 pieces, and some of them are going to be needed. And I wanted to show you what the kestosian triangle consists of. I know you probably watch videos on this, but I wanted to show you it myself. I'm gonna show you some Twilight Lands footage. I also have another stage that I attacked on the kestosian triangle. So I have a lot coming up this episode. Just stick around, you know, comment down below any questions you have, and if I don't cover it in this video, I will more than definitely cover it in the next one. So we're going to continue here. As you can see, everything is going fine. Before this, I would have never thought of this team here. Shout out to Gameplay Horizon. He's the one that kind of gave me this idea in a sense, because if I had Rebecca, obviously she would jump back because I have 3 other hunters. But I realized that this team could work. You know, your Serena has to be at a certain level to be able to tank the attack from the boss. As you can see, the boss is down. We get a lot of rewards here, and this is what I tend to realize. You do get access to the other gears. It's not just one set, it's all of the sets that are in here, which is good. And the key thing here is the opportunistic set that we're gonna need for Taresh. So see, I was already doing this, planning ahead, and I feel like that's something you need to start doing, like farming out some of the stages to plan ahead for the heroes that's going to be released. So if you've seen the last episode, here it is. I told you I was gonna pick up another triple S, and here he is. I got myself a copy of Rez. Rez is very good. You know, he's going to help out the team. Get him leveled up is going to be a key because it's a free triple S. And you know we love free over here. So Rez, welcome to the team. And right now, I never really got to use him at low levels. So this is going to be a new experience for me in terms of how I want to use him and how I want to level him. I'm also going to go ahead and pick up another triple S here. I already picked her up, but since I cleared Sincera Marsh 15, you get a free copy of a triple S, which is Ravenna. I'm not really going to use her because it's going to take a lot to level her up. I'm now focusing on Sif, getting Sif up and making sure my summoner team is up to par. So Ravenna, I'm sorry, I like you. If it was Jaina, I would definitely be investing more into her. You also can get a free copy of Azena, and you also get a free copy of Bailey once you clear level 15 of Terradome. So, like I said, I'm all for getting free copies of triple S's, and that's something I want to talk a little bit more about is the triple S's that you can get for free. It's basically you gotta use diamonds to get them, but as you can see, these are my triple S pool. I am now up to 9. I know in the last episode I said I had 8, but here I have 9. Ravenna is new, and Rez is now added to the team. I'm still stuck when it comes to this getting to 180, and let's go take a look at the team. Sif is at 188, and Leo is not that far behind. He's the one that's up front, so he needs to be up there with my main damage dealer. So now we're gonna go into Mirage space, and here we're gonna take on level 2. I know there's a warning that says you need to be at a certain level, but sometimes you need to try it and then see if you can make any adjustments to make your team a little bit better. In this one, I'm running Leo, Nothing, Daniel, Sif, and Senway. I'm not running a healer because, again, this boss doesn't really do that much damage at lower levels. As you go up in the levels, the damage starts to increase, especially when it starts doing that spin and move, which throws the daggers, and those daggers do damage if you don't have a lot of summons on the board. So this one is a fairly easy level, and my reasons for attacking this one is to get my hands on some Marauder gear. I don't know when I'm gonna get my hands on Dominic or Rickard, but I would rather already have the Marauder gear ready. I can also use it on Taylor, and that's something that I'm going to do, but I haven't found any pieces that are worth placing on him right now because I already have him in legendary gear. And like I said before, comment down below if you have any questions, whether it be about kestosian triangle. I am going to eventually talk a little bit about Twilight Lands, and I am struggling with Twilight Lands because, my heroes are still low level, and I'm trying to push as far as I can. So we're going to go into a little bit of Twilight Lands once this stage is over. And as you can see, I lost Daniel there. And, with no healer, people tend to die off, but we still managed to get it. This was my first time beating this stage, so this is the reward that I got. So now we're gonna switch gears and jump over into Twilight Lands. Now let's take a look at the bonds that we're gonna face. We have Generalist, Tank Bond, and Assassin Bond. So for the Generalist one, this guy does a lot of damage, and it's AoE, so it does do random damage to 3 targets, but my heroes are not going to be able to live up to that. We also have the Tank Bond here. These Vanguards, they do a lot of damage, so my Vanguards are not ready for all of that, so I have to go with the Assassin route. And plus, also, since not a lot of people clear this stage, I don't get the bonus. So I already started it, and as you can see, I already took out one of the Oysa, and now I'm going to try to see if I can take down a couple of the elites and then eventually work on the boss. So what I do here, this is basically a crash. I call it a crash because I'm going to use all my high DPS characters with 2 assassins to make sure that the boss's energy level doesn't go too high while taking out all the other elites. And then eventually whatever's left over will attack the boss. This is not easy, and of course, this is more of a slow grind than a fast clear, and it's just day by day to try to make sure I maintain being in the top 10, because if I clear the top 10, because of the competition not being so stiff, I could potentially get a gene mutation too. So this is why I'm slowly, even though it's excruciating, pushing through clearing these levels. I don't care if I lose any of the heroes because I get a reset tomorrow, and then we'll continue. The stage after this is even more tougher than this one. So not having the bonds, I made a video about this where the main bonds are summoners, tanks, assassin. If you have those 3 bonds you built out, you'll be able to go deeper into Twilight Lands. So as you can see, Gobo still doing his thing. See if he can take out the boss here. And this is why I made so many videos about picking up Sif, and in terms of what she brings to the table. The other cool thing about tomorrow is that I'm going to get Taresh, which is going to change the account even more. Yes, I lost, but the key thing is the elites are out the way. Now all I have to do is put whatever random team in there to just go take out the boss, and that's the intent. So if you're struggling, this may be a strategy that could potentially help you. You want to make sure you turn off the ultimates here because you don't want to waste them. For me, I didn't know I would be able to make it this deep into Twilight Lands, but I know that Taresh is going to change the account in a major way. If you're liking this series, let me know in the comments, and you can subscribe because there's going to be more episodes, and the more you comment the more I can give you feedback in terms of what to do to beat things that you're struggling with. So without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Until the next one, peace.